On to you Aquarius out there. So you Aquarius have the Three of Wands, the Page of Swords, and you have the Hierophant right here. So a lot of you Aquarius are very much so learning how to deal with heartbreak a lot better. What can I say, Aquarius? Y'all are doing y'all thing, because that's one of the steps that you need to do as well. You need to learn how to deal with heartbreak, because that's really kind of like the last frontier before you start heading into a space where there are no more levels, right? Everybody wants to talk about having levels, and there's levels to this. But then when you get to a point where you realize the tippy top of the level, right? Or you realize what's at the top floor, after that, there are no more levels anymore. It's just straight to the sky from that point, right? And beyond. And that's where it is that a lot of you Aquarius are. And what I mean when I say this, I'm talking about you're learning how to become okay with heartbreak from romance and friends and stuff like this. And that's important. That's a very important tool, because the Nine of Wands and the Four of Swords represents, once it is that you learn how to deal with like the heartbreak, then you start to really see how weird people really are, right? You'll see a lot of people start being weirdos, because a lot of the stuff that you Aquarius used to once get hurt by emotionally, it's not even going to affect you anymore, because the Nine of Wands and the Four of Swords is about just that. The stuff that they throw up, the cartoon, delusional, Looney Tunes antics that people do, it's not even going to affect you Aquarius like that, because you Aquarius will know how to deal with the heartbreak. See, a lot of times people end up having a heartbreak and catching health problems. I ain't even gonna say the word, but catching health problems is because those are people who don't know how to deal with heartbreak. They don't know how to actually let that type of stuff roll off of their back like a duck. They don't know how to flip that switch where it's like they stop caring. You understand what I'm saying? So because they care too much and they don't know how to flip that switch, what happens is, to where they don't care, what happens is everything gets taken to the heart. So then they start to have health problems. But a lot of times, because this is what it is I'm trying to get you to understand, the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, y'all already know what I'm about to say. The Eight of Wands is about walking away. And not only that, but the Eight of Wands is about understanding that it's better this way. Then you have the Ten of Pentacles. Tens can sometimes represent the height of something. Well, it does represent the height of something, but it can also, in specific situations like this reading, it could also represent endings, because the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands is about, this is what I'm talking about. It's the fact that, and then you have the Three of Swords, heartbreak, right? The Three of Wands represents learning how to walk away, right? As to where the Three of Swords is about, like I said, heartbreak. But this is what it is that I'm talking about the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. You Aquarius are starting to become above this now, where it's like you starting to see people for who they are. Like, they want to be dysfunctional, and it's not even about learning how to do things the correct way. It's about learning how to listen to what you want so that they cannot give it to you, because they're trying to prove some point. And at the end of the day, you Aquarius, now y'all are developing the vision, the bird's eye view, the hawk or the falcon or the owl's eye view. We don't rock with eagles over here. Eagles are too petty. We rock with hawks and falcons and owls and other majestic birds. We don't rock with eagles over here. I don't like eagles, but per se, as the animal. I'm not talking about the zodiac sign, but the animal. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, you're learning how to have that bird's eye view of, yeah, this person will do all this type of craziness when it comes to you Aquarius now, but later on down the road, they're going to screw themselves over, because the lessons that you were trying to tell them, or the fact that you are trying to show these romantic interests, love and respect, that's something that a person is going to need in order to be in a relationship. So these goofies, they have this mentality that they're not going to learn this lesson. But you can see from having a bird's eye view flying around Aquarius that these people are going to ultimately screw themselves up because they can't build relationships, a real one, constantly trying to get on the nerves of the other person. That's not, they've learned dysfunction and they are committed to dysfunction. So there's no way that they're going to actually get someone as they trying to make it seem like they can. Because if they could, they would have had somebody already. If they could, they would have been able to keep you. So now the thing is that the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles is about how, and then now that you're learning, now that you Aquarius are learning how to have the vision, right? How to see, how to understand that there are no more levels. Now that you're coming into this understanding, now it's a situation where it's like you're going to be a real problem for people who just want to come in your life, break your heart, and they find pleasure off of that. You're going to look at them and you're going to see it, how stupid they really are and why you should get away from them. Because part of the game is not just about hypergamy. Part of the game is about actually trying to inflict emotional pain or damage onto the other person that's treating them well, which is a stupid ideology, because how are you supposed to build a relationship with somebody who deserts you every time they get a chance, right? They just leave you, they just up and leave. That's the stupidity and the mental illness that's at play. How people think and how socially awkward and how stupid and how warped they are. So you Aquarius are coming into your own where you're going to be able to see it, because you're starting to see more of what I'm talking about by having that bird's eye view of this person is doing this immediately, but in the long term, this person is screwing themselves over. So let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, oh, and then you have the Justice. So the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Wands, yep, Ace of Swords and Nine of Wands is part of it too, is they're self-sabotaging. That also is what makes a person weird. It's the constant cognitive dissonance of saying one thing, doing another, thinking one thing, thinking something the exact opposite. Cognitive dissonance, you know, the projections and stuff like this. So the Three of Pentacles and the Justice. And another thing too is a lot of you Aquarius are going to realize it's not best for you to hang around certain people, because you'll be able to see who's really dealing with this fracture of who they are and who they're trying to put on the front like they are.